the youngest, the most sexiest, the women's choice. They said if there's one politician not going to parliament, will be Gooding-Edghill. Gooding-Edghill, the next representative for St. Michael West Central.
Attention, we need your attention. We found a man we could trust, a man of action, good representation.
Gooding-Edghill, let's up for Gooding-Edghill.
We know he'll take good care of us. Ian is the right man, a man with a real plan, a friend we know we can trust. So do not hesitate, vote early, do not wait for Ian Gooding-Edghill. Say, I want to hear for whom you're voting. Ian Gooding-Edghill. Say it loud and clear, listening. Ian Gooding-Edghill. Have no fear when you are voting. Ian Gooding-Edghill. Did we pay cause we electing? Ian Gooding-Edghill. We voting.
Good night, Bank Hall, good night. I am feeling what you are feeling. The Dems can attract a crowd like this tonight. I bring you greetings from St. Michael West Central, and I want to assure you that all is well down there. They perhaps took it from us last time by 25 votes, but we shall take it from them by a bigger and more resounding margin of victory. But I've come here tonight as well in support of my colleague, Reverend Joseph Atherley. And obviously on the other side, you also have Arthur Holder. But when you come and you have to speak after Reverend Atherley, you really, really have to be good. Because, you know, I sit down there and I listen to Joe, and I said, well, when I'm finished, when he's finished, I probably won't have much left to say. Because Joe is perhaps one of the most articulate persons to speak on any public platform in Barbados. And the Reverend always keeps it clean. You know, they have started the campaign, and because they know they don't have any facts, they have started the personal attacks. And one who led such personal attacks was the one who's running against Reverend Atherley. But tonight, I don't come to trouble him. I intend to trouble him. And I will deal with him. I will not talk about Malaysia and other places, but I will speak to you about him in due course. But tonight is not about him, because we understand why the Dems are on the run tonight. They are on the run tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because the Barbados Labour Party has mounted a serious political platform. They have mounted a platform based on facts. And the problem is that the Democratic Labour Party cannot face the reality that they have led a country so incompetently, ladies and gentlemen, that the people in their thousands tonight and onwards till February 21st will vote them out of office. They came to office and they told you everything that you believe they should have told you. They said to you some of the worst things about the Barbados Labour Party. They said to you, ladies and gentlemen, that we didn't know what we were doing and that we were incompetent. They told you, Owen Arthur, it was like rancid milk, ladies and gentlemen. Do you recall those statements? They said all these bad things about the Barbados Labour Party. But tonight, we have come here in Bank Hall not to launch a vicious assault on them, but to tell the people of Barbados that your choice is clear in this general election. And your choice is clear because the Democratic Labour Party has failed you. And why do I say, ladies and gentlemen, that they have failed you? They have failed you because they came to office on the basis that the Barbados Labour Party could not reduce cost of living. They came to you and they told you that they are going to reduce cost of living. Do you recall? They said they were going to fix the issue of cost of living. But you know, 5 years pass into the 6th year, ladies and gentlemen, and they have not solved the cost of living problem. They have not reduced it, ladies and gentlemen. Far from reducing cost of living, they have implemented policies to ensure that you, the people of Barbados, were faced with increased cost of living. That is the Democratic Labour Party for you. And they've not only failed on the issue of cost of living, they have failed on several fronts. They came to office and inherited the tourism sector that was performing well. In fact, we had year-on-year arrivals increase. And we also had a situation where the workers in the hotel sector, in the attractions, in the restaurants, ladies and gentlemen, were working full-time. Tonight, what do we have? Tonight, as we speak to you, you have people working in the tourism industry on short time. Some on layoff, ladies and gentlemen, in the peak of the winter tourist season. Is that right, ladies and gentlemen? Is that what you voted for? You didn't vote for a government to take you back. You voted for a government to take you forward. And I'm saying to you tonight that the Democratic Labour Party has failed you and failed you miserably on several fronts, including tourism. We have a situation where tourism is down 7%. We have a situation where you've had the closure of several hotels in Barbados, including the Almond Beach Village. And what have they done? Collectively, over 1,000 workers went home as a result of the closure of Almond Beach Village. And what have they done? They didn't take the initiative. They didn't take the time to sit down, meet with the planners to discuss the strategy in order to keep over 1,000 workers employed. That Democratic Labour Party that now comes to you and tell you that you should give them another chance, but we don't want to see them again. Don't want to see them. Over 1,000 workers gone home, and they have the temerity to walk about Barbados and tell people about ONAS and the Barbados Labour Party. They have to account for this stewardship. Arrivals down, workers going home, workers on short time, workers being laid off, and the Democratic Labour Party want to come to you and tell you that they deserve a term. Not another one for them, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to send them home. Not another term. Impossible. We don't want another term with a government that is intent on ensuring that they can send home over 1,000 workers. It is wrong. Why did they not put together a rescue plan? Why did they not sit down and decide these are the issues that we have to confront? Were the Barbados Labour Party faced with the same issue, ladies and gentlemen, you know that the workers at Alma Beach will still be employed, but they have the audacity, the temerity to come to you during the general election campaign and expect you to swallow what they're offering. But we don't want it, ladies and gentlemen. Never before in the history of Barbados have we seen such hardship, ladies and gentlemen. In a post-independent Barbados, we've never seen the hardship that we're seeing before. People struggling to make ends meet. We understand it. People can't afford to buy food and pay a utility bill. People trying their best to make sure that they can clothe their children and send them to school, ladies and gentlemen. And this Democratic Labour Party want to come to you and tell you that things are better. They're not better off. When you look around, I don't let them come to you and fool you about tourism and arrivals. We have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where when you look around the region, St. Lucia, tourism on the move. Jamaica, well, they're running away with tourism. Even little countries that we never thought would have exceeded us in tourism growth are exceeding us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. When you go through even the OECS countries, they are performing better than Barbados economically. And this Democratic Labour Party, they have subjected this country to zero growth, ladies and gentlemen. It is wrong. It is wrong, ladies and gentlemen, that a country that was so prosperous could be reduced to this state, ladies and gentlemen. And we say to you in the Democratic Labour Party, we don't want you. We don't want you, ladies and gentlemen, because to have another term of the Democratic Labour Party would be to face further collapse. Same with the tourism sector. You have a lot of attractions, ladies and gentlemen, that once thrived under the Barbados Labour Party. Now, they are closing, ladies and gentlemen. You had taxi drivers who were making $1 and buying decent vehicles, now struggling, ladies and gentlemen, to pay their road tax and insurance and to feed their families, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the Democratic Labour Party has brought this country to. This is what the Dems have brought this country to. You have a situation where restaurants once thriving, ladies and gentlemen. We had a number of restaurants in Barbados flourishing. Tonight, when you go down the west coast of Barbados, you can count the number of restaurants that are closed, ladies and gentlemen. If you start from St. Peterborough Mangoes and you see and come all the way up, ladies and gentlemen, it is wrong. This Democratic Labour Party has failed you in tourism. They have done nothing to help you, the people of Barbados. And in failing tourism, they have reduced the foreign exchange earnings from the tourism sector by almost $500 million, ladies and gentlemen. It is wrong. It is wrong, ladies and gentlemen. You heard Roland Toppin. You heard Noah Lynch. You heard me and you heard others within the Barbados Labour Party talking about the state of tourism. You heard us month after month, meeting after meeting, telling you that this country was on the wrong path, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, they cannot come and tell you that they will have increased airlift capacity into Barbados. They can't come tonight and tell you that. You know why? Because the main carrier, one of the major carriers, I should say, out of the UK, is about to reduce its seat capacity into Barbados. And you know what else is happening? They're also beginning the process of double dipping. And they want to come and tell you that all is well in tourism. All is not well. And I want you to understand that when we come to the platform and we tell you that all is not well in tourism, we can show you the examples. Look at the closure of the number of closure hotels in Barbados. You see them when you drive past or you walk past the west or south coast of Barbados. Too many people unemployed in the tourism sector. And I want to say this, that the Democratic Labour Party really and truly has no tourism plan. They have been bluffing their way through tourism. The BTA, the Barbados Tourism Authority, over $38 million in debt, can't spend a single cent, ladies and gentlemen, to market Barbados. And St. Lucia and other CARICOM countries are spending money and working with their partners in the markets, in the major markets, ladies and gentlemen, in order to promote their tourism. And we don't have a single dime to promote Barbados. They can't pay their creditors. They can't get any extended advertising, ladies and gentlemen. And you want to tell us, Democratic Labour Party, that things are well in Barbados? I submit to you, things are not good in Barbados. Things are bad, real bad. And you know, as we said, things red, so we got to go with the red. We have not had any major new initiatives in the tourism sector. What can they tell you? They boasted about having at least one major brand name hotel every year, ladies and gentlemen. By now we should have had 5. Going into the 6th year, we should have 6, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, how many brand name hotels have they brought to Barbados? How many brand name hotels have you brought to Barbados, Democratic Labour Party? But they said they were going to offer you a prosperous Barbados. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where no new major initiatives were implemented to make sure that Barbados' tourism remained competitive. None. They copied our tourism industry relief fund and it still didn't do anything to the sector under the disguise of a different name. They cannot. They don't have the know-how. They don't have the experience, ladies and gentlemen. I submit to you that the Democratic Labour Party will continue to fail you in tourism because they don't know. They talk about a master plan, waste of time, don't understand it. You also have a situation where the Democratic Labour Party took $60 million that you, the taxpayers, must repay to invest it into Paradise. When you go to Paradise, ladies and gentlemen, can you see a hotel there? Do you see a hotel? There's no hotel there. But $120 million of your taxpayers' money, they have guaranteed for the Four Seasons project, and you can't see one room yet. Is that right? They complain when the Barbados Labour Party said as a policy, we are going to subsidize your electricity bills, ladies and gentlemen. We have, as a policy of subsidization, they can do that for you, the people of Barbados, but they can take $120 million and guarantee it, and you, the taxpayers of Barbados, must now pay back that loan. Not one block up there. And they did so, ladies and gentlemen, knowing that they had a dilapidation study in their possession on the Paradise Project. We are yet to see a Paradise Beach Hotel, but we have $120 million. $120 million of the taxpayers' money guaranteed in that project. And they want to talk to us and tell us about the gems. Tell them, bring it on, man. And if they tell us about gems, we can tell them some more too. Because the people of Barbados, you deserve better. You deserve better. You do not need an incompetent Democratic Labour Party government. You want a successful and prosperous Barbados Labour Party to ensure that you have a prosperous and successful society, ladies and gentlemen. So when they come to the platform and they believe that we don't have the firepower or the facts to deal with the issues, we have the firepower and we have the facts. And we shall not resist. We will continue every night on this campaign trail right through to February 20th at midnight, because you must be brought up to speed with the facts, ladies and gentlemen. I say to you that even in your own investment in the Hilton, the performance is sliding. When you look around other hotels in Barbados, look at it, trouble looming on the horizon. The same Brazilian Gol airline that they brought here, now on the verge, ladies and gentlemen, of leaving Barbados. Couldn't work. Instead of taking the resources and applying those resources to your major source market, the UK market, trying to bring more UK visitors to Barbados to help you prop up your tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, they have gone all over the place with marketing because they don't know how to do it, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't tell you that because I work in the hotel industry. I tell you that because the facts are there for all of you to see. They have failed you on tourism. They are failing the society, and hotel workers who used to go home with a decent salary and increased service charge are now having to work short time, reduce earnings, and with lower service charge earnings. And they can challenge me because those of you who work in the tourism industry know for a fact that you are taking home less money, or you took home less money, I should say, under the Democratic Labour Party. When the bees were in office, you took home more money, and that is a fact. You know that Noel Lynch went out there and worked hard for you to make sure that you had tourism arrivals into Barbados, that people who came here were spending money and spending a lot of money in order to help you, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it was like to go up to Oystens and see the hundreds of tourists up there, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it's like, the taxi operators, to know that you had 4 and 5 jobs a day. And tonight, if the taxi operators get one job, they're lucky, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the Democratic Labour Party has done to this country. And you say to me that you want another term? They not only inflicted pain and punishment on the tourism sector, but they also increased your taxes. They took away your allowances, ladies and gentlemen. They also imposed the highest levels of taxation ever witnessed on a people in 1 year, or in excess of $100 million in the 2009 period, ladies and gentlemen. And you say that they deserve a vote? They don't deserve any votes at all. All this hardship that they have introduced. They took motor vehicle registration and license fees, and they increased them, ladies and gentlemen. And you had people who were now beginning to own a car. People who felt proud that they were working and working hard and that they were able to achieve something. And all of a sudden, here comes the Democratic Labour Party and said, you know what? You are doing too well. You are progressing too well. We got to take you back to the 1994 days. And that is what they have done to you. Do you think they deserve another term? They don't deserve another term. What you want, ladies and gentlemen, is a government that will look after your interests. You want a caring government like the Barbados Labour Party. We always represent to you, the people of Barbados, a better quality of life. That is our philosophical standing, ladies and gentlemen. And we intend, come the morning of February 22nd, to ensure that the Barbados Labour Party starts to work starts to work on recovering Barbados to ensure you have a better quality of life. But where do we go from here? We go from here. Thank you, Rose. I shall drink some. She's looking after my very best interests. But don't worry about James Paul. The Dems have already written off James Paul. They have abandoned him in St. Michael West Central. But where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? We have to take Barbados back to the path and the road of recovery. It is unacceptable for the hardships that we are experiencing in Barbados to continue. We have a growth plan. We have a strategy. And one thing you can say about the Barbados Labour Party is that we don't only talk it, ladies and gentlemen. We walk the talk. In 1994, we inherited unemployment at 24%. And what happened? Owen Arthur and his team reduced it from 24%, ladies and gentlemen, in 1994 to 6% when we left office. And you would have thought, ladies and gentlemen, that after lowering unemployment, in fact, it is the lowest record of unemployment in the history of Barbados, ladies and gentlemen. In the history of Barbados. Nothing never achieved by any other administration, but Owen Arthur did it for you, the people of Barbados. He told you that he was going to create 30,000 jobs. He gave you 35,000 jobs. That is why when I tell you that the Barbados Labour Party, we don't talk, we walk the talk. If we say we are going to deliver, we are going to deliver. We have a credible record. We can put up the stats and tell you that we achieved not only success in the rate of unemployment, but we grew the Barbados economy. Even when you had 9/11, we had an opportunity the following year to put back Barbados on a growth path. But the Democratic Labour Party appears comfortable, appears to boast about the fact that they have zero growth, ladies and gentlemen. It is wrong. You understand why when you have zero growth, what happens? You can't expand the economy. We can't we get jobs for people. We can't get jobs for your children and your grandchildren, ladies and gentlemen. It is wrong. And the Democratic Labour Party can come to you and ask you for another term. Not them and not again. I say to you that when the Barbados Labour Party was in office, you had people improving their lot. You had people who had wooden houses, converting them to wall houses, ladies and gentlemen. You had people who were on a mission of success. You had pensioners who took some of their pension, parked it aside, and were able to repair their homes, ladies and gentlemen. When you go through St. Michael, you see the urban decay. You see retired persons living off a pension, can't make ends meet, having to make a decision whether to buy food or pay utilities, and their homes are decaying, ladies and gentlemen. It is wrong, Democratic Labour Party. What you have done to this country is wrong, and you stand condemned. And the people of Barbados will ensure that we condemn you on February the 21st when they say to you that we are not going with you, things are too dread, we have to say we're red, ladies and gentlemen. I really also have to say something about Joe. Like I said in my opening remarks, Joe has been a faithful servant to you, the people of St. Michael West. He's worked hard, ladies and gentlemen, as your parliamentary representative. He's worked hard for you in the cabinet of Barbados. He went to work every day and he made sure that he put you first. And he did a wonderful job. And you know the work Joe Astley did in this constituency. I don't have to recite what he did. I don't have to tell you about the infrastructural improvements. I don't have to tell you about some of the homes to the elderly that he helped, ladies and gentlemen, and he helped the elderly to get. I don't have to tell you all those things because you know. But in Joe Astley, you have a quality representative. Compare the other chap and compare Joe Astley. Chalk and cheese, ladies and gentlemen. And I say to you, perhaps in 2008, you got caught up in the wind of change. But we know that this is a significant wind of change. And we know that tomorrow we have better tomorrow. And we know that Joe Astley will resume and continue the work that he commenced in this constituency. It was but a brief interruption, ladies and gentlemen. We know it was but a brief interruption. But we also know that Barbadians are smart enough. Barbadians know when to change a government. Barbadians know when to create history, ladies and gentlemen. And I say to the Democratic Labour Party, you can abuse the candidates of the Barbados Labour Party. You can abuse people like June Fowler on a platform. You can attack the candidates and other professionals in Barbados, but you can't stop the people of Barbados from going to the polls on February 21st and casting their votes for the party of red, that great party that has been around here for more than 71 years, ladies and gentlemen. That great party, the Barbados Labour Party. You can throw stones, you can say whatever you like, ladies and gentlemen. You can't stop the people from going into the polls on February 21st and voting for the Barbados Labour Party. I want you not to send home Joe by any 100 votes. I don't want you to send him home by any 200 votes. I don't want you to send him home by 300 votes, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to send Joe Astley to the parliament, I want you to send Joe Astley to the parliament by a substantial majority. I want you to send Joe Astley with a resounding victory so that he can represent your interests, ladies and gentlemen. He's been a terrific representative. In fact, he's been a first-class representative. And I know the fact that you've turned out here tonight in your thousands to listen to the platform of the Barbados Labour Party and to listen to Joe Astley, that you know that there is a better tomorrow. We believe in it, ladies and gentlemen. We know what we're about. We know that you will vote for the Barbados Labour Party because you see a victory in sight. You see progress, ladies and gentlemen, and you understand hard work and success. And you know one thing, that the Barbados Labour Party will go to work and work very hard on your behalf because we have a duty, a moral duty to the electorate to ensure that we give you what you deserve. You deserve the best, the very best, ladies and gentlemen, and the Barbados Labour Party shall prevail. Well, you know, there comes a time when they believe that they could have done and said whatever they like, ladies and gentlemen. But we know that sooner rather than later, they had to call the election. I know that they're getting some flutters, ladies and gentlemen. When they come out every night and they pass through the crowds of the Barbados Labour Party and they see the large crowds that we're attracting, they get worried and jittery, ladies and gentlemen. And I can tell you that they're all breaking for themselves now. All breaking for themselves now. All distancing themselves from their leader, ladies and gentlemen, because the Democratic Labour Party know. They know that they are in deep trouble. They know that the people of Barbados will continue and go forward with the party of red. We are confident, ladies and gentlemen, that we will earn your trust. We are confident that we will not let you down, ladies and gentlemen. We know it will take a lot of hard work. We are prepared for it, ladies and gentlemen. And when you look at the team, Reverend Atterley, you have Gregory Nichols who will take care of Chris Sinclair once and for all. You have Arthur Holder. You have, not too far from him, you have Gill, ladies and gentlemen. And when you look into this corridor, ladies and gentlemen, one thing is clear. We are going to sweep this corridor. We are going to sweep this corridor because when you go behind us and up above the hill, ladies and gentlemen, you have Mia Montley. So we can bring it down. We can come from across and we're going to take it from the other side and we're going to go right down into the city of Bridgetown and we're going to take it from Todd, ladies and gentlemen, because the St. Michael team of the Barbados Labour Party is a team, a strong team, a team of experienced professionals, ladies and gentlemen, a team that will deliver success for you. I have to come home. I really would like some more time, but I have to respect the chairman's wishes. But I say to you, the Barbados Labour Party has a plan. Do not believe the Dems when they come to you and they try to muddy the waters. They will lie and lie and lie. We have a plan to restore growth, ladies and gentlemen. We have a plan to get this country back on track. We intend to put tourism back on course. We intend to fix international business sector and the international services sector because we understand the value of foreign exchange to Barbados. We understand the value of jobs to this economy. We know what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. We say to you, come February 21st, go to the polls, vote for Joe Atherley, vote for a better tomorrow, vote for the Barbados Labour Party. It's been a pleasure. We have one plan and one plan only. That is to ensure you, the people of Barbados, you have a better quality of life. That is our remit. That is our plan. Vote Barbados Labour Party on February 21st. Reject the Democratic Labour Party. Thank you. Good night and God bless you.